Hi, friends. My name is Liz, and I am an English teacher. I have a website called Language and Liz, and what I do online is make sure that people who are learning English, specifically adults, have the tools that they need to use English in their everyday lives. Also, I want to welcome you to my first ever podcast. The name of my podcast is English with a Purpose. And what I do on this podcast is provide an opportunity for English learners to practice their listening, to practice some comprehension, and to learn new vocabulary words. So we're learning English, we're listening to English, we're practicing our English, all with a purpose. So our first word for this first ever podcast is purpose. So let's jump into grammar first. First, purpose is a word that can either be a verb or a noun. So when it's a verb, that means it's an action. So if you purpose to do something, that means you have decided or you've made up in your mind or you intend to do something. So I could say, I have purposed in my mind to make English language learning materials for people that are available on the internet. That's true. I have made up my mind to create materials that will help people. That's a decision that I made actually years ago that I'm kind of just now doing. Don't be mad. I'm here for you today. So, when purpose is a verb, it means that it's something that you intend to do. Now, that is not used in everyday English that much. Normally, if you're using purpose as a verb, you're speaking in a very academic or formal setting. You're not going to hear too many people on the street saying, I have purpose to go to the store and buy milk. That's kind of weird. So, purpose as a verb is kind of intended for special uses. And if you never use it as a verb, that's fine. It's good to know because you might hear it on TV, you might read it in a book, or you might be giving a formal speech and you want to say it to sound fancy. So that's okay. If you want to use it, go ahead and use it. I'm giving you this information so that you can practice with the purpose, okay? Which brings us to our second definition of the word. Not definition, sorry. Well, kind of. It brings us to our second use of the word. So purpose can be a verb, which we know is an action, but purpose can also be a noun. What is a noun? Okay, if you don't know, I'm going to tell you. A noun is a person, a place, or a thing. So we use nouns to talk about the world around us. We use nouns in every sentence, almost in every interaction that we have. So when you use purpose as a noun, you're using it to describe something that you have. It's a thing when you're talking about purpose as a noun. So I could use it in a sentence like this. My purpose in creating this video is to help people learn English. My purpose, the thing that I have, the reason that I am making this video is to help people learn English. So when you think about purpose as a noun, it usually means a reason. Okay. It's a reason that you're doing something, it's the why behind whatever you're doing. So whether you're using purpose as a verb or a noun, it's important to know that there's this idea of reason or intention behind it. Okay, so if you're saying that you purpose to do something using it as a verb, or you're stating the thing, the reason, the purpose that you're doing something, which is a noun, there's always this idea of intention or reason or importance. Okay, purpose is always used when you're talking about something that is intentional and important. So, for instance, you might hear someone say, did you do that on purpose? And that means, did you do that for a reason? Did you intend to do that? And the person might say, yes, I did do it on purpose. Or no, I didn't do it on purpose. And if you look in the show notes on my Patreon, there's a little activity that shows you the different ways that purpose can be used. So if you want to download that, feel free. If you're a member of my Patreon, go ahead. If you're not, we can make that happen. Don't worry. It's for everybody. One thing you might hear also, this question has become very, very, very popular over the last few years in American culture and Western culture is what is your purpose? Okay, people ask this question all the time, especially as people are getting older. Excuse me. Did you do that on purpose? No, I'm sorry. It was not on purpose. It just happened. It was an accident. There was no intention behind me belching on this camera. I'm sorry. What is your purpose? Okay, people ask this question all of the time. And like I said before, the idea of purpose means the reason or the intention. Another question that you might hear attached to what is your purpose is what is your why? Now, we know that in English we have the WH question words who, when, where, what, why, and then we throw how in there sometimes too. So that's six, but normally the WHs are five. And why is a question word for reason. Again, so when we're thinking about purpose, we're thinking about the reason that you're doing something. The why or the intention behind whatever action you're taking or whatever decision that you have made. And so, a lot of times when people ask, what is your purpose? That can be a really overwhelming question. Because when you think about your purpose for living, your purpose for existing, that can be hard to describe. Our whole lives are not always devoted to one thing. Sometimes we find ourselves in different spaces in life, doing things that we never thought we'd do, whether good or bad. And when you think of this idea of purpose, sometimes it can feel very fixed, very static, very just like there can only be one. You can only have one purpose in life. And while I agree, it is important to know what your purpose in life is, I don't think it's always as easy as we make it sound when we ask that question. A lot of times, what I like to do when people ask me that question, or I'm reflecting on my own, is that I don't look at it as a big why or a big reason for my entire life. Because I'm 33, I've had lots of different phases in life already. And God willing, I will continue to have more phases in life where my purpose could look different. But that doesn't mean that I am purposeless or that the purpose that I have at a particular time doesn't matter. That just means that my focus or what I'm doing at the time, the actions I'm taking at the time might look a little different. And that's okay. So, what I do when I think about my own purpose is I think about the smaller things that I might be doing. So, instead of thinking existentially with my whole existence and my whole life, which can be very overwhelming, I think about the little things that I'm doing that make up my whole life, right? So, teaching English, making videos, going to school. I'm a student right now. So, when I think about the things that I'm doing, I think about the reasons or the purpose behind them. And if those reasons align with who I want to be, then that's great. That means that they're in line with my purpose. The actions look different, but the purpose, the reason for doing that is the same. As I close, I want to leave you with a couple of questions. The first question is, what's your purpose for learning English? The second question is, what is your purpose for watching this video? As I end this podcast, Um, one, I want you to know that the transcript is available on my Patreon. So if you're watching this from Patreon, you already have access to that. Congratulations and thank you. If not, and you're watching on YouTube, that's okay. There's a link to my Patreon in the description box. So if you want, oh, that's what I was saying. If you want the transcript from this podcast, if you want vocabulary words and you want some learning activities from this podcast to help you kind of understand the concepts that we talked about, feel free to head over to my Patreon and you can either buy the information that I just shared with you, or you can subscribe monthly and get first access to all of the information that I just talked about. So, again, the learning activities, the vocabulary words, you also get to see these podcasts first. More than anything, you're helping support the creation of different materials on this channel and on my website that helps to support other language learners. There's no way that I could do this without you. There's no way I would want to do this without you, but there's also no way that I could help other people without the support of the people that are watching. So thank you. And please think about how you can continue to support me and the creation of materials that help other people in our community. My last question and final question of today: what is your purpose for wanting to improve your English? Is it for work? Is it for community and friendship? Is it to go to school? Is it just so that you can accomplish the goal and feel good about having a new skill? Whatever it is, whatever the goal is, whatever the purpose is, I want you to share with me wherever you are. If you're on Patreon, comment there. If you're on YouTube, comment there. If you're on TikTok, you can comment there. Just respond to me. I really want to know, what is your purpose for improving your English? What does that mean to you? Why is it important that you improve your language skills? Like I said, I want to know because I want to make content that supports you. So, the purpose for me in asking you that question, the reason that I asked that question is because I want to make content that helps you reach your goals. As always, I am Liz and I am here to help you. So if you need anything, just let me know. Have a good day. Bye.